Greetings, hello and welcome to a little channel update video. As usual in these videos there's not going to be any gameplay or anything here, so I'm just going to be talking and throwing a slideshow of video thumbnails here in the background. So, a few things to talk about. I mentioned it at the end of the final episode of the Strat Overhaul campaign that I want to do a character pool reset or purge or whatever you want to call it. So basically, kind of starting somewhat fresh, but that being said, anyone who currently has a character in the character pool, just notify me in whatever way is most convenient. For me, most convenient is a comment under this video that you would like to remain in the pool. Like, you can ping me on Discord or tweet at me or send me a carrier pigeon, I don't care. Notify me in any way, and when the purge happens at the end of next week or so, then I'll make sure that your character stays in. The idea behind this really is just to make sure that any of the active characters in the next campaign are actually going to be viewers that are also active, so that you don't have a character in the pool and you're sitting there hoping to be in there while someone who might have been inactive, stopped watching for whatever reason, not judging, gets a spot there. Just to be sure, I'm keeping backups of all character pools, all characters, so nothing is lost. If you see this video in March and you're like, oh no, my character's gone, just same thing goes, notify me, you get back in, no big deal. Also perfect opportunity for anyone who's not in the pool and who would like to be, let me know. Give me either a character description in the comments, send me a bin file with your character, or just say, hey, just create a random character for me, I'd like to be in. Whatever works for you. Alright, talking about the next campaign for which we might use this character pool, right? So what's that new campaign gonna be? Well, I think, did I already mention it? I'm not sure. I probably mentioned it at some point. I'm gonna go back to Long War of the Chosen, which I think just last week had a new version coming out. It's not the beta 4 version yet, but the comments on the release notes were basically, yeah, beta 4 is basically this, it's just not called beta 4 yet. So whatever build is available when I want to start, we're going to use and then transition to beta 4 or whatever. I also set myself a goal with that campaign to do a reasonably fast finish there. So I'm not going to be doing my usual thing where I research everything and then start working on the Golden Path missions, but see how quickly I can do them. Like, it's not going to be a speed run or anything, like speed run Long War. Yeah. But yeah, just a little bit quicker, definitely not a global liberation. Holy hell. That all being said, my current plan is to start that campaign late January, early February. I want to make sure, I want to clean up my mods, clean up my XCOM installation a little bit, the config files, etc. Maybe run a quick test campaign to see that everything's working correctly. Make sure I get a different camera mod, so I'm not gonna be dealing with any widescreen errors ever again, and kind of making sure everything is set up correctly there. Also to really have a little bit of a pause for myself, where I'm not gonna be making daily videos. But that being said, what else is up there that I still want to do? I mentioned it at the end of the final episode. I will do a video where I throw out my thoughts on the whole Strat Overhaul Covert Infiltration mod that we just played through. So that's gonna be out, I don't know, I haven't worked on it yet, so I hope I can get it out tomorrow or the day after. And that's gonna have really just a quick summary of my thoughts on it, what I think works really well, what I think could be improved. I guess you got the vibe that I have very positive impressions of that mod pack, and I'm really looking forward to maybe playing another campaign of that in the future. And that's really just kind of a diamond that just needs a little bit final touch to be a glowing star on the mod front, so to say. Okay. Similarly, I want to do a quick class review kind of thing. I think I did that on most of the campaigns, where I'm like, oh, these were our rangers, these were our grenadiers, and then talk a little bit of skill selections, what worked, what didn't work, what I think, etc. And since we used this kind of significant class overhaul with the Proficiency class mod, that's also going to be kind of my thoughts on that. Most important thing with both of these is this is not like the ultimate truth about any of these mods. It's really just my thoughts, my ideas, what I think, which can be right or wrong, or just an opinion. That being said, 2 little my thoughts videos for almost two weeks of pause seems a little bit long, so I was thinking, you know what, I might throw in a little filler game which may or may not continue alongside Long War of the Chosen then. That depends on how that other game goes, or whether or not there's a game over situation there. I'm gonna keep it as a little bit as a surprise, so I'm not gonna tell you, I don't know, what kind of enemies we'll be fighting within that game, so it's kind of impossible for you to tell what that game is, unless there were a bunch of hints just now. Yeah, and see if we have a little bit fun with that. Then, closing here, a quick final comment. I think in the last channel update or other videos or channel comments, I mentioned like ambitions and plans for live streams, second game on the channel, you know, what I did with Civilization, Crusader Kings, and that kind of disappeared a bit. Reason being, and I'm gonna be blatantly truthful about that. So November last year, the newest World of Warcraft expansion came out. World of Warcraft is a game that I always played since release, so I started playing a little bit again, and all of my friends from back in Germany also started playing again. And having that group play, hanging out with the people in voice chat every night, is really something that I kind of needed in 2020 and continue to need with the current, you know, little bit social isolation situation, and that's something I appreciate and look forward to a few times a week now, and so that's gonna eat a little bit of the time that I would have been using to live stream or record something else. So that doesn't mean that is completely off the table. Just for now, I enjoy that, and I'll continue to enjoy that, and we'll see where that goes. Alright, I think that's all I have for today. So thanks for, I guess, listening this time, and I'll see you in the next one.